Hello and welcome to episode 63 of the King Butt podcast. Today we are joined by Run Remedy. Run Remedy is a songwriter and indie rock operative with a penchant for equal parts irreverence and candor.
You did it.
I did it.
You did it.
How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm at my leisure.
It's pretty chilled now. All the work is out the way. Now we can just sit, have a nice chat.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. I feel like it'll be okay.
We'll be fine.
A bit of banter going on. It's fun.
Banter.
A bit of British banter going on.
That is such an umbrella term that can encompass like friendly chat and full harassment.
Yeah.
Bullying. All in one word.
We won't be doing any bullying, I don't think.
I make your own promises.
We'll see. We'll
I
see.
make no.
On my side, I won't bully you. You can
I will bully you.
But if you do bully me, this episode won't be getting aired. You need to be nice to me.
I'll be nice.
So, for people that don't know who you are, how would you describe your music? What sort of artists are you? Everyone's favourite question.
Genrefy.
Genrefy yourself. What kind of artists are you pulling influence from?
I've changed a bit.
Yeah.
As you do. So I love listening to, I have a lot of, I grew up with like 95.1 WAYV classic rock. Classic rock radio in Jersey suburbs.
So what kind of bands are we going out on the airwaves there?
I mean, I'm New Jersey, so there's always going to be a bit of Bruce.
Okay.
There's always, it's just anything, but you still get like loads of Led Zeppelin. You get like some rock influence. You get some American folk stuff or Canadian if it's Joni Mitchell. I grew up listening to my mom's CDs. It's like West Coast, Crosby, Stills, Nash Young, Neil Young on separately, Joni Mitchell, Paul Simon, and then a really passionate phase of Billy Joel.
Hey, nothing wrong with Billy Joel.
I agree.
Some absolute bangers there. Great songwriter.
Prolific.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take your pick.
So how long have you been doing your thing for?
Run Remedy.
Yeah.
It's a bit on and off because I've been a sessionist for years. I'm an outcast of the classical world. And so, and I've traveled a lot. So I've played with a lot of different groups. I've done jazz, I've done metal, I've done folk, I've done lots of stuff. And slowly over time, you just absorb it like sponge.
Yeah.
And then I finally got enough ovum to do my own thing recently in the last 4 years, taught myself guitar. Yeah.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here.
So, I mean, I would struggle to shoehorn you into a little space.
I think it's hard for anybody nowadays. Yeah.
It's everyone's least favourite question, isn't it?
Yeah. But stuff that I listen to and love and people have said to me, and I'm always very like, thank you about it, is a Feist.
Feist?
I get Feist, and I'm like, thank you for saying Feist, especially her most recent album, Pleasure, if you ever heard it.
I'm going to be honest with you, I've never listened to Feist.
It's raw takes. You know, a lot of people cover her as well. She's one of those artists like James Blake when he does the, everyone thought he did that song. God, what is it?
Oh, that Joni Mitchell.
Waterfall one. Not Vincent. The water. Your love is like a water. I can't. It's gone. But
I know which one you mean.
A lot of people credit him, and he's like, no, it's Feist.
Yeah.
She started with the cute stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, tell me that you love me more. But then she's gone really expansive and longer pieces, raw takes, which I really appreciate.
Okay. Yeah.
My whole album is raw takes. The drums sound like they're on a mountain far away. It's great. I really like that. There's
one of your tracks where there's like, did you record it in a garden or something? Because I remember listening and hearing like there's like birds and stuff going on.
Horny birds.
In
springtime, mating away. Yeah. Everyone's like, did you add those in? I'm like, nope. They were just there.
So you were actually like in
my garden, yeah.
Ah.
In my front garden, I just sat down with my guitar and my friend Jamie Henry put a mic in front of me and I just did it.
Is that like kind of a focus of like how you like want to record things? Are you very much like trying to get that one raw take? And
that EP is almost all raw takes.
Is it?
Yeah. I wanted it to be. It's all about labels and playing around with them.
Yeah.
And it has that classical thing where it's like, okay, here's the movement and then the name of the piece. So you've got like the title and then the name of it. and the concepts around it are messing around with labels we get slapped with, like wife or sister or lover or woman, in my case. I'm such a feminist.
It's a great. Is it an EP? I guess it's like 5 or 6 tracks.
It's 5. It's EP.
Yeah. It's
my first baby, my first pancake.
It's great. I really enjoyed it when I listened to it.
I wanted it to be big and raw and swooshy. Swooshy.
Nice words.
Yeah, thank you. Love words, me.
So you've been doing the violin
for ever
and ever.
Yeah.
So did you start like playing with other artists before you started pulling your own things together, or have you always been writing
in the background?
The
background, I've been writing and absorbing, and but just being everybody else's string slut.
String slut.
Yeah.
Full string slut.
Full string slut.
Yeah.
Unabashed string slut. I love it though, and now I have a lot of other people to draw on, both musically, inspirationally, but also just physically call them and say, hey, how do I do this?
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm always happy to ask somebody. I'm not embarrassed to be like, I don't know how to play this chord. How do I play this in a more interesting inversion, or on guitar especially, because I've only taught myself guitar in the last couple of years, and it's fun. New project that I'm still slowly improving at.
So what have you got going on at the moment then?
At the moment?
Yeah, what's going on at the moment?
I'm recording a full album, and I'm off to Miami on Tuesday to help run Ground Up Festival.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's going to be fun as hell.
How did you come to be involved with that then?
I'm really good pals with Snarky Puppy's tour manager.
Oh, cool.
And she was just like, do you want to just come and help me run the main stage? And I was like, oh, I guess. Fine if I must, yeah. But she usually gets like volunteer music students that don't know like the difference between a hi-hat and a ride. And I'm like, I at least I've got that.
Some of that.
I've got that. I can do that. That's all I know, actually. Is this the difference between that? Yeah, so I'll be there. I'll be doing some Run Remedy like gigs while I'm in there as well. Just got a mate who's a booker, and he'll just throw me around, and then I'll go back home to New Jersey for a bit, maybe play in some local dive bars.
Yeah.
Then come back, and I've got some nice gigs lined up for when I come back. I love playing. I do all the gigs.
All the time.
Yeah. Well,
seems like you're busy. Your name floats around a lot.
Does it?
It does. I'll give you that.
You know.
So how long have you been in Manchester for then?
Today, I got a notification. Today is 4 years.
So what made you want to come over here then?
It's a big immigration drama story.
Tell me more.
Oh, God. I'd been in China for quite a while and tried to move back here with my partner. But Theresa May had put in some new financial thresholds for spousal visas in 2012, which meant that my partner, specifically the citizen, had to have either £65,000 in a savings account, as one just normally does, yeah?
Yeah, like you do.
Yeah, you do.
We've all got that.
Or have a full-time permanent position job that earns a minimum of like $20,000 a year, have that job for 6 months, at which point I could apply to join them, and that takes 6 months. We'd be separated for up to 1.5 years, and I didn't want that.
No.
Yeah, so went to Germany, came back with a candy coating of Hausfrau, and now I'm here as a European resident before Brexit went through. I'm married to a UK citizen, but I am here as the spouse of a EU resident.
That's crazy.
Some juggle and some paperwork.
No way.
Yeah, it's okay.
So how have you found moving to Manchester? Where is it you've come from?
OG?
Yeah.
Jersey, baby.
Jersey.
Dirty Jersey.
No
Ocean's shitty. Around like the Atlantic City coastline, the beaches and all that stuff.
So how does like the scene compare to like I guess like landing here, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of Americana here that I wasn't expecting. I was really surprised. I thought I'd be special. I'm not special. I like land and everyone's like doing Bruce Springsteen and stuff and like singing in American accents better than mine, and I'm just like, what? Where am I? I'm a bit bitter about it, but I'm also like, okay, can't waste my energy on that. Just do better.
Yeah.
Just do better.
Just be better.
Just be better. Every day.
But it seems like, you are very much, it seems like you're quite ingrained in the scene.
Make yourself as useful as possible right away.
I'm getting that vibe from what people have been telling me about you and stuff. It seems like you kind of get yourself everywhere.
I'm a collaborative person.
Yeah.
I have all the energy in the world to just constantly play and to play different things and to add whatever I can to whatever anyone else is doing because it brings me so much freaking joy. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. And hopefully people want to reciprocate that. Yeah. I really am I'm a fervent with the message of we all rise together. I was talking about it with James outside. Not that James, the other so many Jameses.
Too many Jameses.
Fuck you, James. What was that?
Not you, James. Different James.
Other James. It could be 20. Yeah. But the idea of instead of everyone sort of striving to make their own individual project be famous or whatever, be discovered, be whatever we are trying to do, but instead making a place a scene again, which Manchester has been time and time again. So if I can be part of that scene, as a writer myself, but also as someone who contributes and just enhances what everyone else is doing, then great.
You've won.
I've won.
Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a freaking winner.
It's great.
Chicken dinner.
I think let's hear some of your music. Let the people at home hear what you got to say.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and chat about the tunes and chat some shit.
Fab.
So, people at home, enjoy this live session from Remedy. Run.
Run like exercise, not rum like booze.
Yeah, not rum. Run. Remedy.
Yeah.
Enjoy the live session, and we'll be back in a second.
Hey, this is James. This is Sonia. I'm Robin, and this is Run Remedy. Lover, tear down the wall.
it's not going well. But I'll play alone, play along to the sad song of fare thee well, fare thee well. Not too fast, not too slow. Take your time, letting go, because someone out there's gotta know how to tear down the wall.
We'll just do a quick changeover, thanks. This is a new one called Disciple. Is this a handout? Your most self-righteous one, something grander and so devoid of fun. 'Cause I'm in a dark place, like the bottom of a well, a small piece of headspace where I can see you very well. You have the hours, you have the mindset, you have the power, you have the power and the truth to your words. Take more than I brought, help me get unstuck. Man, it's deeper than I thought. I wanna touch you, you wanna touch the sacred host. Place him under your tongue. Think of your missionary post up in the pulpit. Love it, a dead shout. You set the scene up, you gotta watch it all play out. Tell me about him, how he's gonna save my soul. Can he, should he know the truth to your words? Run Remedy, run like exercise and then feel better after you exercise. So runremedy.com, Run Remedy anything.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to episode 63 of the Kicking Butt podcast. You just watched a delightful live performance from our guest today, Run Remedy. Whee!
Yes, me.
It was a delightful little set.
Thank you.
So tell us a little about the tunes and, what they're about.
First, big thanks to James and Sonia for jumping in
Yes.
with me today.
They were great.
They're wonderful. The first one what I did was the Tear Down the Wall, right? That one is a bit of a mouthful. I'm too esoteric with that stuff. I look back on it now and I'm a little bit like, oh, shut up. Shut up. Wah. But it's about a time when I was in New York. I had a big decision to make. I'd been offered a job in South Korea. I was with someone and I had to sort of ask them like, okay, do you want to be with me?
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know what love is. I'm like, that's my answer. Yeah. And within a month I was in South Korea.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah, I don't joke around. Yeah.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah. And then, but it's also a song about I was coming to terms with being queer and having lived this perfect little, paint by numbers life. You go to school, get the grades, go to university, move to New York City, do the things you're supposed to do, find a partner. And I just saw like the whole thing in front of me. And I cut and run and decided to lead a more nonconformist life. So part of that is also that song. And that's why it keeps coming back to that sort of E major riff. I wanted it to have that feeling of you try to leave, narratively and harmonically, and then you keep getting drawn back into that, sucked back into that main riff. And this is why it's long and an arduous song. It's very long. Yeah.
It doesn't feel long, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It carries
good
from start to finish. It's good.
Thank you. Thank you for saying the nice things. Yeah.
It's my job to do that.
Yeah. Love it. You can stay. And then what Disciples, the next one I did, that is not released yet. I'm working on an album now, which is a concept. A lot more around, more directly about the copings and struggles of a queer kid with two pastor parents in conservative New Jersey.
Ooh.
Yeah, mixed with all of the American influences that I love on the radio, but also kind of playing with them and taking the piss out of them too.
Yeah.
For being hokey and cheesy, but sort of like, a nod of love and respect. And also, this is dumb.
So is the whole concept album going to be around that sort of theme?
I wrote a lot of songs that look back on that time of my life in the last couple of years and put it into a framework that has helped me to heal from it. I mean, the Run Remedy thing is cheesy, but it's like, okay, you run away and then you heal yourself. Yeah, so every song that I write is, like you're chewing on a nugget, you got something to say, there's something that's bothering you. And then I usually write something to work my way through it. So it's music therapy.
It's a cathartic process.
It's my own music therapy.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But some songs, like I said earlier, some songs itch at you and they're not quite right for ages. And then some just plop out of you fully formed in an hour with a glass of whiskey and like a giant turd. Yeah.
Giant song turd.
Song turd.
Melodic turd.
Melodic turd. I am very melodically based. I think it's the violin.
Yeah. That drives that. Have you always just played violin?
Violin, viola, the string family.
That's just been through your whole
But I write on guitar now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And in terms of like tracking and sort of going from start to finish.
Yeah.
Do you very much like work on your own whilst you're piecing stuff together? I mean, obviously you mentioned that you're
collaborative.
All on the collaborative thing.
Yeah.
So do you kind of write a tune and then be like, this would work with working with this person? Do you know what I mean? Like in terms of like,
I have very strong opinions about every aspect of what goes into it.
Okay. Yeah.
So, for example, now I'm working with Reese Jung
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah, I do know Reese. Yeah.
RNCM kid. Little boy geniuses. We sit down together and I go in there pretty directly. I'm like, I want it to sound something like this. How do we get there? Yes or no. I'm Rick Rubining myself. I don't touch any of the buttons, but I'm making a lot of the decisions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm pretty specific about it. We just went and did drum tracking at Edge Studios with Gaz Dupes.
Where's Edge Studios?
Somewhere out in Macclesfield, man. I don't know where the hell we were. Somewhere out there on a farm, in a barn. It was delightful.
I've never...
Edge Studios. They've got loads of Star Wars paraphernalia everywhere.
Nice.
Like real collector stuff as well.
Are we talking like full suits of like, Stormtrooper?
Everything you can imagine. It's bananas. It's great. I'm neither here nor there on Star Wars, but I appreciate the commitment to the theme.
Sure. Yeah.
Like a concept. But it was great. I sat behind a drum kit for like all of 2 seconds,
right,
working with Reese and Sean Rogan on a different song. We're another project that I write together collaboratively with Sean called Buddy Alex with 2 X's. That's going to be coming. Watch out.
Buddy Alex.
And Reese was like, okay, hold the beat for a minute, Robin. And I'm like, c'est moi. And I just sat there and like hit the tom, the floor tom and the snare on like 1 and 2, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I love that. I feel so powerful. So I immediately called Dan Weber,
who
I play with Hannah Ashcroft. And I was like, hey, Dan, can I have some drum lessons? But yeah, when I went to do all the drum tracking, even though I'm a singer-songwriter, I want to have a fuller understanding of every side of the production.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that I can go to Reese and be like, hey, in this section, switch over to the ride. Or like in this section, like put your heel up so you have a more like precise hit on the kick drum. Or just so I'm more conscious of what's happening with arrangement as well.
Yeah.
And not just like relying on others. I love to hear people's input and I'm very enthusiastic. I'm like, yes, that's great. What are you doing? And then I'm always, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because I want to know
like
what you're
brains.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just mining constantly for more information. Because I'm a nerd. We're all nerds.
We're all nerds.
We're all nerds.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
So the new album, the concept.
Christian Skate Night is the name.
Christian Skate
Night. Yeah. It's also the name of it's eponymous of the main song on it.
Cool. When's this going to be hitting our...
When it's done. When it's done. I don't want to put any pressure on myself.
No.
I just dropped the wife EP this last October.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be a long, arduous process. It's not going to take me 5 years. Caroline the band, who I can't stop listening to, by the way. I love it.
Caroline the band.
Caroline by Caroline. It's
What's
great.
the vibe?
It's very like post-rock, but like long-form songs, but like natural instruments. Not all amplified, but really good. Lovely textures, lots of long-form pieces, melodic moments, pockets of vocal display.
Is there an album or anything I should check out?
Caroline by Caroline.
Oh, it's just the album's called Caroline.
Caroline by Caroline.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I will check that.
I listen to it a lot.
One thing I have noticed, and you kind of brought it up as well, is like, that when you're doing your live performances, it's a lot of different people every time.
Yeah.
How do you find
Nobody
that?
loves me. No one will stay with
No
me.
one will commit to me. How is that? Because I imagine that kind of...
My polyamorous band life.
Yeah. It must add like sort of a new flavour or new life to the tunes when different people are playing it.
It's a double-edged coin or a sword that has 2 sides. Yeah, I love it because anytime I work backwards from a gig. So me or my lovely new little manager, Alex, I love you. We'll find things, we'll get opportunities, and I'll work back from that. And I'll be like, okay, here's the gig, here's the fee, here's the situation. And then I update the WhatsApp chat group definition in the information. I don't bombard people with messages.
Okay.
And I just say, this has been updated, this is the fee. Message me outside of this group if you want to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll have a trio here or there. And then we have a rehearsal, and it's great because everyone's good enough that we get together, and yeah, it breathes new life into the song. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, well, here's the riff, and then they play it their way, and I'm like, great, I love it.
Yeah.
Great.
That was because, is that something you've like always done with your stuff, or is that just like since you've come here in the scene?
It's a semi-conscious decision.
Okay.
But I can't take full credit for it. And I am getting quite tired because it is a lot of people to juggle.
It's a lot of admin, I'd imagine.
A lot of admin. So yeah, when I get back from this trip to Miami, I will be looking for people who might want to commit to me more commitment. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to woo James Cook, who just played with me.
He is the man.
He just learned those songs.
I know.
He just learned them the other day.
He's so fucking good.
And he's a really good communicator as well. I'm just going to, put you on blast, James. I just sent him a few like chord charts and another live session. And I was just like, he just did his homework.
Yeah.
And communicated with me whilst doing his homework, which is what I do, which is what I do for other people.
Yeah.
So when I see it reflected back at me, I'm just like...
I just want to give you a hug.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So have you got any gigs apart from when you're back from Miami? Any gigs you want to let people know about?
Yeah, I emailed them to you. I'm not sure
where they've gone. Hang on.
Oh, we all need to check the Google Calendar. Check the Google Calendar.
I will relay
these
dates for you.
Thank you.
Upcoming gigs in the UK. We've got June the 10th, St. Michael's Sessions in Liverpool.
Yeah.
June the 11th, Sladefest.
Oh, do you know about Slade Hall?
No, what is that?
Oh, it's this amazing sort of long-standing communal living space in Levenshulme.
Okay.
It's been around for years and years, full of hippie commune people that are great.
Nice.
I have some friends that live there, but unfortunately, it has been bought by a very wealthy Asian family and will now be closed down. So they're having a last hurrah there, and there's like over 500 tickets sold already.
No way.
It's a big Tudor house, and it's incredible. So, and they have a huge backyard, so they're just putting on their own music festival.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, Buddy Alex will also play there.
Oh, really?
I think so. First major gig.
So that's June 11th.
That's June 11th.
Sladefest. We've got July 22nd with Francis Lung.
Yeah, I play with Tom.
That's cool.
Yeah. He and I met each other through the coffee scene, actually.
The coffee, as in people...
Coffee scene. The specialty coffee scene.
Is it people that go to cafes and drink coffee?
No, we both worked as baristas and stuff.
Okay.
When I first landed here, I didn't know what I was going to do. I always keep one foot in hospitality.
Can you do the fancy art?
I can do it. Can't do a swan, but I can do like a 10-tiered tulip if I need to.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Symmetrical with the oat milk now as well.
It's got to be oat milk with a coffee.
I know.
It's got to be done. And then we've got August the 18th, Endless Summerfest.
Up in
432?
432 is the promotions company in Scotland.
Cool.
Yeah. So I've just, as you do, you just hustle. And I've emailed everybody and been like, here's my little video. Here's my EPK. Here's what I do. Here's Former Press. Please let me play. Yeah. Just hassle. Just constant squeaky wheel.
Nice.
And yeah, I'll be, they've asked me to come and do their Endless Summer Festival. So one little foot in the door there.
Amazing.
Hustle, baby.
Is there anything else you want to tell the people at home before we wrap this sucker up?
Wrap this sucker up.
Wrap this sucker up.
Wrap this sucker up. Listen to more post-rock.
This is advice.
Just go listen to Godspeed You Black Emperor.
Okay.
If you haven't yet.
I will listen to that as well.
Please do.
I haven't. Say it again. Godspeed.
Godspeed You Black Emperor. Yeah.
What's going on in the car on the way home?
It's a wild ride. It's long form again.
Okay.
What else? Yeah. I'm really into the Black Country New Road album. Spoken word is back in a big way, and I'm into it.
It is.
Yeah.
Amazing. I do have one more question.
Go on.
Before we finish. If you could sum this podcast up in 3 words, what would it be?
A penchant for irreverent candor.
That's not 3 words. We'll put dashes between everything. Oh, these chairs. They're not as quality as you might think.
The sheen's gone. The truth is out. Thank you so much for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I wish you all the best. And I'm sure we'll have you on again soon.
Yes, please.
Go and check out Run Remedy stuff online. I'm sure if you search Run Remedy, it'll come up.
Runremedy.com. I've got the .com.
She's got the .com.
I've got it.
So go and check it out, the wife EP. Beautiful stuff. Definitely go check it out. We are on next week with Solace. So tune in. We put on new artists every week. So subscribe to us on YouTube or on Instagram, doing all that sort of thing. And a bit of TikTok as well, I'm ashamed to say.
Really?
I know.
Really?
I know.
I might have to get TikTok just to see this.
You don't want to see that.
I think I do.
It's been a pleasure.
James, show me. James
will show you. James will show you. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. And I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to catch up on new episodes every week. Also, check us out on our Facebook and Instagram at RecRooms, where you can find out about our other exciting music series. We also have this and all our other episodes of the podcast up on our RecRooms YouTube channel for your viewing pleasure. See you next time.